hour blocked out for you. So whatever you need.
Okay, so you want me to grab a box?
Yeah, so let's just talk about this a minute first, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Why we're doing what we're doing. All right. One, if you do an output of a lot of products, it takes a lot of time. So you don't want to show the speed of processing to be a detriment to the demo. And when you're first starting your presentation and stuff, you want to go and you want to emphasize the 2D drawing aspects of stuff and how clean and how much output you're going to get as it pushes the information downstream. So you don't show a lot of stuff. The more stuff you show, the more opportunity you have for confusion and the more lag in the presentation. Because you want to keep the presentation like fresh, fun, and exciting. So you want to get the generic stuff out of the way real quick.
And you would consider this to be the generic stuff.
Yep, the stuff that everybody does, whether it's cabinet vision or microfilm or whatever. Because it sets it up as just an easy-to-use interface. Constantly emphasizing that AutoCAD's doing all the work. You're not. You're just clicking a few buttons. So first thing I would do is you're just going to do a new order. Because if you don't do new order, your cabinet's going to stick right to that corner. All the cabinets are going to stick right to that Zulu landmark.
I hate that fucking Zulu landmark. Do you have that on yours?
Yeah, it's okay. It makes a lot of sense because it brings everything into a scale. Now, do you use the view cube or do you like using the little when you rotate your stuff? How do you? So you don't have any shortcuts saved.
I am aware. What shortcuts should I have, and let's get them up there.
Okay, so just go to System. So in your toolbar up there is totally different too. You don't have all this stuff showing. It's like all kind of buried.
Hold on. Innovation. Isn't that the right one?
No, no, you gotta. No, that is the right one, but you've got your ribbons turned off. Do I have control?
I can give you control.
So just give so we share because you want to make everything look simple and clean. So you're not. I keep telling Sean everything's got to be 2 clicks. So it's right here. This little button right here. Cycle through all. This is not. See, yours is not showing up. See, usually when you have room, all the stuff. See, it's over there. It's just not. I'm just gonna see if it'll freshen it. Okay. Down here. Where's your little gearbox? Yeah, it doesn't even have like almost innovation. There we go. There we go. All right. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go over here to Toolbars, OEM, and we're going to give you some shortcuts here. View. Drag this up here. Okay, and it'll freshen up here in a minute. And you got to do one at a time. And you're going to do visual styles. Okay. And then we're going to do orbit. Okay. And as we go through the demo, you'll see why this is important draw. And one more thing we want to put in here is modify. Modify and measure. Where's my tools? Go. Put that over here. See those three little black dots there? You can drag it up over. Okay, so this is going to be your workspace setting. What you always have to do is you have to like refresh. See how the stuff went in there better? Whenever you open up your program, cycle through, you're going to do this, and you're going to do this. And then it opens up all the little tabs all the way around.
What are you doing again, Sean? I mean, Bill, what button are you hitting for refresh?
See right here?
Yeah, it says
you maximize it and minimize it. Okay? Reason you want to do that is because sometimes when you first turn it on, these buttons down here don't stick. So now what we want to do, save current as, and just call it Roger Shaw. Just call it Roger _1. And let's save. Okay, so this is, whatever, doesn't matter. Now I need to check your WCC options here too. Okay. Yeah, you want this stuff all checked on too. Already done. That's that checked and that checked. That way you don't have to check them each time. Okay, so turn off WoodCAD Cam and turn it back on.
Yes or no?
No. That's just your template. Just no. And just open her back up.
Shut these off. Okay. Here we go, dude.
Let's see, and then see, I just like everything where I don't have to click 2 or 3 times to create an operation.
I'm with you. It looks like it came back.
Yep. There we go. Now you can always adjust these a little bit. Okay.
Bottom. So you're saying I go up here.
Yep. No, just the corner. Yeah, there you go. Just cycle through.
Now it's there.
Yep.
Okay.
Because there's nothing more frustrating. You turn your computer on, like, where's the buttons I got to hit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Another thing you can do right here, you can stretch that over a little. If you can grab right there, that can go over to like here. And it makes your screen look a lot bigger. If it'll let you.
I think I've already crunched it.
Okay. So,
okay.
All right. So now I always work from the southwest view.
Okay.
Okay. Reason being is because cabinet vision only draws in plane and elevation.
Okay.
Alrighty. So just go ahead and just take like a 1-door base.
This one?
Yep. Just simple.
Typically I double click to.
You double click? Yep. Just drag and drop.
Ah, bitch. Okay.
Okay, move it away from that Zulu a little bit. Okay, and just click.
Shit.
You didn't open a new order. You got to do a new order or it's going to stick right on top of it. So just put new order. So what that did, that created a whole new drawing. Okay, and go to your southwest view.
Okay, so it started a new order. Okay.
Yep. And you get your shortcuts right up top. Right up top. Your mouse had to move too far. You're maximizing the efficiency of your drawing time. So what I'm saying is if you use these, I got control. use your little buttons up top here. It's going to go a lot quicker for you.
Okay.
So now scroll out so that Zulu is over in your left-hand corner. You don't want the attention going to the watermark of sorts. Okay? You can just pan it over there. All right. Now open up your one-door base. You just double-click in. You just drag and drop.
And then come over here and hit check mark.
Well, you can right-click with your mouse and hit enter. You can spacebar enter, or you can enter. I always use the right-click on my mouse because it's one less motion. So just think about it as if you're running in a factory. You don't want to waste steps. You don't want to waste steps in your presentation either.
Yeah, it gives me more time to smoke cigarettes.
More time to smoke cigarettes. That's exactly right. Okay, so now
pepper.
So now just do the same thing with a two-door base. Okay, just click, you know how to do this. Now, as soon as you click on there, okay, now you take a little bit of time to explain what you can do with the cabinet here. Okay?
Yeah.
You can hit the right side, the left side. Okay? You can change the size of the cabinet right there.
Ooh,
You know how to do that?
I don't see that.
Well, that's what you're explaining. See these little buttons up here? Everything is meant to be quick and easy. So you can just put your dimensions on here. If you have preset lock dimensions, you can. If you you can click the button there. You can unlock. You can lock or unlock. Okay, if it's grayed out, it's locked or it's unlocked because these are your preset coming out of your library. If you want to change your angle of your cabinet and spin it, you can. Everything's meant to just be a click. Okay?
And you actually talk about that when you're showing this.
Absolutely. Just everything is just smooth and easy, and how much functionality. Now, I know they created that whole thing where you can put all those cabinets on the right and finished ends and all that kind of crap. I think it makes it look too much like microvellum. So I just haven't bought into it quite yet. So just as simple as this, and just go ahead and just hit your enter key, hit your right click, whatever you want to do, or you can hit the green check. It's all going to do the same thing. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's put a drawer base, a 3-drawer base. So I go right down to drawer banks, and I constantly emphasize that these libraries are out of the box to start with. We constantly want to get you starting. Okay. Okay, and then just right click and boom, it's there. Simple enough?
Yep. How far?
Okay. So far, alrighty. So now I go into, okay, so now with 3 simple cabinets, I go, all the softwares do this, no big deal. I go, now we're going to start setting ourselves aside. Okay, so let's do a quick little 2D drawings because you all have to do those. So just go ahead and do your plan and your elevation and your cross section.
So do I go to drawing views?
Good place if you want to do drawings. And when I say, and I actually almost say it that way, I go, let's go to drawing views. How do you know where to go? Well, up here, this little button says drawing views.
And then I click on 2D plan views.
Yeah.
Anything here?
Okay. Nope. Nope. You want to, go ahead.
Oh, fuck.
You want to go left, just enter, you're fine. Even though it's kind of, you always actually want to go.
God,
now.
That was fast.
Now go all the way to the right.
That enough?
You want to scroll out a little bit and you want to get farther away. Yeah, get it just, yeah, there you go, away. There you go, good. Just click and enter. There you go, click.
Label it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, now do your elevation.
Haven't done this in a while.
Mm-hmm.
That's all set?
Yeah, just go ahead. click on the face, the front edge, the front.
Right here?
Click there. Yep. And then what I do is I zoom in right now so they can see that that's a real architectural marker.
Do you put it
And then
below the plan view or above it?
I just left click right there, and then I spin it around so you can see that it can go in each different direction, whatever way you're pointing at. And just drag your mouse over to the right and click. Okay?
God, this thing is fast.
Yeah, but you got the wrong drawing template in. So now, and you don't have your ortho on. You want your ortho on.
Okay, hang
So
on.
just drag it all the way,
Do I put this to the right?
way to the right. Okay, and click. And you're playing. So you're going to have to get the right drawing INI, graphic INI file in here. And now do a section.
Sections are a different area, aren't they?
No, they're not. They changed them.
Create a section.
Yep.
So I have to draw a line, or first I.
No, you have to. Well, I would go over and I would pick the drawer bank, and I pick it at the top. You already did it. Okay, now just go up. You have to hit enter now. Right click. Now draw your line down. No, top to bottom. Top to bottom.
Why is it?
Click and because it works. And click. Now you tell them it's which way you're looking from. Right side or and now yeah, just click there and enter. And drag it off to the right. Okay, click. Now scroll in and let them admire the detail and line weight. Scroll right in there, okay? Show the stuff. Look at the detail, your banding. Yeah, you got to get your hatching changed and stuff too. So, and see how nice and clean it is. And I said then you need section dimensioning. So then go ahead and put your dimensioning on. Scroll out so it takes up most of your screen. And did you refresh your screen, or maybe it's just the GoToMeeting on my computer? Okay.
Refresh it.
It looks like it did it. So okay, go ahead and do your section dimensioning. Just I think it's there. Just and it's section dimensioning.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Now pull where you create a section. Let's do your annotation.
And how do you do that?
Where it says create section, or actually under section dimensioning, pull that down. Okay, into annotation view, just click on that. Okay, click your block. Okay, now you're going to do a section. Over on the left, it says section. Left. Down a little, down a little. Just click on that. Okay, and apply. On the right-hand side, it says apply.
Right here?
Yep. And it should have. Hey, click on it. There you go. Yep. There you go.
That looks shitty.
It does. It has to be adjusted.
I mean, that's why does it come in all
So,
up?
hold on. Let's try it again. Okay. All right. Now let's do a section. Let's do another section. Let's create a section. Okay. Let's create a section and let's look from the right side. And put it. Let's do your drawer bank. Yep. Okay, just put it, there we go. I put that below it. Put that, there you go. Okay, now do your section dimensioning.
Is that here? Yes.
Yep. Okay, now let's do your annotation. Okay, so the way it does, yeah, section, apply, and then you pick. No, just apply. And now, no, that's not that one. No, right. Oh yeah, it is that one. Sorry. Yeah, just click on your block.
So
these are going to get it.
If you're watching this video, you always want to look from right to left.
From the right to the left, yes. And the wire pull and the drawer front top, we got to adjust where they go straight, not offset.
In this one,
because on the top one, yeah, well, you probably just pull it. Just click on wire pull. See if it'll let you move it. There you go. And see if you can drag the little dot. That's really weird. Yeah, so we need cleanup on it. Okay.
how do I get
I
out?
haven't got in there. Just hit escape. Scroll out, refresh. There we go. Okay. Or you know what? Drawer front top. Move the drawer front top up, and then that'll be out of the way of the wire pull. And just grab the square in the middle and or one of those little blocks. See one of the little grab points, and just move it up. There you go. That's better. It's not so bad. And the drawer bottoms, bottom shelf, drawer bottoms. I don't know why they even have drawer bottom listed, but it's still pretty clean. A lot quicker than doing it by hand. So now what you want to do, now we have this. Do you know how to load the border and line up your viewports?
Is it the same place? Or is it right here?
Yeah, it says load border.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, there's a lot of choices
there. So why don't you try the 11 by 17 part dim? I haven't seen these yet, so. Okay, you can just scroll in there. I don't like that one. It's just, it doesn't have the different viewports in it. Dude, DINA1. Okay, that's cool. And do you remember how to do this part?
I click on a view.
You double click on it, and it'll turn like a deeper blue.
And
there you go. See how it's like bolder? Uh-huh. Now I would do a southwest view of this.
So I click.
Little shortcuts. Go right up to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right.
Oh, over
the one to the side. Yeah, just click right there. Because see, you're just click. There you go. And you can scroll in, and so it sizes it nice. And go to your next little area, and that's where you link the views. So you got to go to your plan view, looking down at it. Just remember, all these are 2D.
Where the shit is plan?
It's, hold on. No. It's to the left of that, actually. That's looking up. Just going to move this over. There's your plan.
Okay.
That thing got in the way. And this is where you can link your views. No, you don't want that one. You want your 2D one. That's the model.
Thank you.
That's the one you want. Yeah, but no. Scroll it out. We're all together. Scroll out. There you go. You want them all together like that. And now you show the link view.
Oh, so I can go. Where's link?
Link. It says link view.
Okay.
Over the right.
Do I just click the top part?
No, you click where it says link view.
Okay.
Link view. And just go over and click the block, the first one. There you go. Just click. There you go. Click. No, you don't scroll. Okay, that link view. See, that did just what you wanted it to do. Brings it into the space. Now go down to your.
Whoop. Okay.
Okay.
Do link view again.
Well, you got to see what you can. You got to scroll out a little bit because I can't see what you're going to grab. There you go.
Do it now. Can I scroll? Can I say link view when it's real small?
It doesn't matter, but you want to be able to see what you're grabbing.
That's good enough there.
Yeah, that's good enough. And just do your link view and grab your elevation or whatever. It doesn't matter. Just click and see how clean that is.
Yeah. So I got to find it here.
Mm-hmm.
And
it doesn't matter if it's you got to hit escape or something, Raj. There you go.
I still want to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so then I go link view again. Now, is it okay to do it at this perspective, or does it have to be a plan view?
Why don't you try it and see what happens? And it will answer your question.
Yeah, I think what you're telling me is it has to be a plan view. All right, I'm going to try it.
No, you got a link view. It says link view.
You got to respect your elders, young man. Oh, pressed the wrong one, but I understand. It didn't bring in the annotations.
Because you didn't have annotations on this one. So let's bring in the other one. So you don't like this one?
Yep.
Click detach view. Okay, now link view.
What was it, this one?
You'll find out soon enough. It did not bring in your annotations. Or did you grab the wrong one again?
I don't know.
No, I don't think that. You looked from the right. It did not bring over the annotations. That's strange. Let's go back to your model. Let's see if they're still there. Oh, you know what it did? Hold on. Is that true? Oh, look at this. That's a good lesson learned. Oh, look. They're there.
Oh.
But they got it. They're not. The scale didn't hold. That's a bug. The dimensions came in just fine, but the annotations didn't.
Can I re-annotate it at this level?
Try it. Annotations, yeah. There you go.
And that's a section.
No. Annotation view. Just double click that. It's already at section, just hit apply. And touch your, your viewport's not live. Okay, just hit escape. Okay, now go through the process again. So that's a bug they got to fix.
Yeah, it did it again. There you go.
Yeah, so yeah, it's that's definitely kind of messed up.
Kind
So
of
there's got to be
useless, one might say.
it's pretty useless. So I'm actually still doing my sales demos in 12. I can't do 18 yet.
Okay.
All right, that's cool. So now let's save this order and process it. Let's go back to your model space. Oh, one more thing you want to show. Go to your model space. Okay, and scroll out to and go to your Southwest view. See, you're going way over there. I like going to the.
I just about a habit did that. I'm gonna have to break that habit. Is this Southwest?
No, the Southwest would be any of these where the shaded area is. That's what you're looking from. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to pick that drawer bank, and you want to make it bigger, because you tell the people that you go through and you got your field dimensions, and now you need to make changes.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're going to do is just go ahead and let's make that drawer bank bigger.
How do you do that?
Seriously, Raj?
Yeah. How do you
go
do
over
that?
here to the globe?
Huh?
You go to the globe. Now you're dealing with your next level of hierarchy.
Okay.
You pick the article, and okay, I'm driving for a minute. Okay, hold on. Pick the article. Select object. Boom, right here. Now I can go over here, and all the changes you want to make are right at your fingertips. So let's just make my width here 30 inches. Okay. Now look, it's asking you, do you want to update your drawings and sections? Yes. Okay, absolutely. Because it's more than one area, you want to make the changes. Okay. And yours did not. Yours did not update.
I don't think the thing stretched.
It didn't. It did not. It's still thinking. That's not good. So what we're going to do by virtue of time here, seeing it's 10:37, let me go back and I want you to change the presenter over to me. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because you still have there's still a lot of bugs I see in 18. So I will. Then I'll go through the other steps of the demos that I'm doing, so
Okay.
you can see it, because we have so much going on this weekend. Because we're still, and they got the sign in front of the house now, and we just, got to go to Home Depot and verify appliance, just tons of crap. I got my truck back from the body shop up in Vermont.
Yeah, that's right.
Running horrible.
It's not running good?
Oh, it's running horrible. I took it right over to the mechanic. So I'm going to go over to Enterprise and rent a Suburban for the jaunting everybody around. Okay, so I'm just going to catch up real quick to where. See my screen okay?
I see it.
And okay, so what I'm doing here is and I'm using WoodCAD Cam 12. All right, I'm just going to put a couple of cabinets in here. I'm not going to do all of them. And I'm not going to do the 2D drawings because you already did them. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to process the order. Save order as, I'm just going to call it Roger 23. And this is what different documents you want. When I set when I wanted your settings, I set these up, Raj, so you don't have to click them each time.
Okay.
Now, with the beauty of this,
standard drawings.
I pick standard, yeah. And then I want to show all the different machines I can go to. Then I just hit start. I go, now explain to people what it's doing. What it's doing, it's sending all the layered DXF files over to CutRight so we can properly optimize either within a beam saw or within a nest. It's making all our individual single part programs to the appropriate machines. It's already automatically pathed where they need to go. And it's going to make your reports, your assembly sheets, and it's processing a huge amount of data for you. So it's going to tell me how many screws I need, how many dowels I need. And while I'm saying all this, I'm looking to each one around the room to whoever that is important to. Sometimes there's an accounting or purchasing guy there, so I make sure that we're getting the proper list of bill of materials. When I'm talking about the assembly sheets, I'm making sure that I'm making eye contact with the guy, whoever's like the shop foreman or the operations manager or production manager. And so, all right. So I say I got this slowed down so you can see flashing all the reports that are being made. Now, between you and me, there's no slowing down. It just takes a while. But they don't need to know that. But it looks cool that you can see all this stuff being processed. So as they're looking at this, they're just seeing those little subliminal flashes of all the information. I go, now let me just tell you, let's see how much information we already created. So I'm going to minimize this in a minute, and I'm going to go over here to my, if you notice right here, here's my order, Roger 23, 210 at 10:40 a.m., date stamped. So you see this isn't cooked data. This is real live data that I just produced today. I double click on it. Let's see what happens. It opens up WoodWop, the program that you guys all know and love. What's important about this, Roger, is they're seeing it's already making a WoodWop file. So for those style shop, now for the guys that are the programmers, you just hear a huge sigh of relief. Like, oh, I don't have to program each one of those. And now when I show this with a WoodWop format, it creates so much confidence in the software. So the guy that's thinking that he's going to literally have to do all that programming, that just, you just created a fan in the room. Let me show you another one. And it already shows the border route. I go, why is that important? I go, so now, say you damage a part. You can just take a scrap piece of melamine, throw it up in the corner of the router, and it's going to route that border, and it's going to route that piece. You're not going to have to go back to the engineering, the production manager. You're not going to have to go back and bother any engineer that they could output one drawing. Because to get an individual part program out of Microvellum, you got to go back and readjust the nest and re-output the whole process. So that I just literally just hover my mouse right over there so they see the border route. And anyone that knows Cut-Right or WoodWop and stuff, the guys are just, oh my God, they're just thrilled that that's happening. So now let's see what else we produced. I go over here to my ABD. There's Roger 23 once again. Now look what this does. Now for your ABD, we automatically filtered out all the parts that only needed horizontal drilling. There's your horizontal drilling, and all the parts and information's already there. So you don't have to worry about it, whether you cut a square in a flat table router or to your beam saw, and going downstream, the parts are there. It's all set up, ready to go. Let's see what else we created. Now I'm just going to open up WoodCAD CAM again, and I'm going to go to my output, and let's see what kind of cool stuff we got. Why did that beep? So I'm going to go over here. These are a bunch of reports. There's a Microsoft SQL report writer, freeware, so you can modify these reports and make your own new reports, do whatever you want. You don't have to go out and spend $1,000 on Crystal reports because the information's here. So I'm just going to open up just a few of these so you can see how much data is already created for you in all your different reports. Let me just open up that. It's filling up the reports, and let's see what we got. Labels. Now look how cool this label is. Shows a picture of the part, shows the grain direction, has a serialized barcode. It's telling me its job, Roger 23. It's a sag panel right. And there's your part number right there. And it shows right here, here's my 3mm PVC on here. So you put that label on, there's a whole lot of information already. Same thing, which cabinet is, Roger 23, the part, everything, all that label information is there. Now here we got a door. It's even showing me I put the edge banding on the top and the bottom of the first, then I do the two long edges, and it shows the grain direction right there, and it's even telling me that it's a door. So there's my labels, so you can see how much information that comes out of there. This is just a cover sheet, and now it shows me a 3D view of the actual cabinet that I'm building. Not some little clip art, a picture of a one door base. This is the exact cabinet. Here is a little picture pointing to the right side. There's the right side panel. Left side panel. Your bottom, telling you what your surfaces and stuff are, and your door. Now, this might not look like anything, but this is a finished end. So it's also going to calculate what your square footage of surfaced finished areas happen to be. Why is this important? Because now you're going to have the square footage of paint you're going to need. Paint, primer, sealer, stain. Now you're going to know your net square footages of surfaces. Now here's every piece of hardware that you need for that cabinet, not only right down to the dowel. I need 18 dowels for that particular cabinet. There's my mounting plate with the product number from the actual Bloom product number. So you're getting the same exact piece as you go on. Here's my next cabinet, same information all the way through. Now here it's really important. Let's make sure that we have all the other information we need. Here's my net square footage of material that I'm going to use. There's how much edge banding I need. And this is for the whole project that I have, right down to how many poles I'm going to need, dowels, hinges, clips, everything else all the way through here. You could put the prices in if you want. We keep them at 0 because we don't want to have the liability that you print this out and you said, oh, the hinges are 39 cents and I bought the right ones. During the training, we show you how to fill this out, and we also show your machine and cycle time. But mind you, these are only net square footages of your material because we haven't optimized it yet. And here are the net square footages of your finishes. Very, very important information. So anyone that's, Roger, anyone that's want to calculate paint, your production manager, your accountant, whatever, they're loving this because they can see exactly how much they need, and we can export this either as an Excel, PDF, or Word. You know, send it out, send this information wherever you want to go. Any questions so far, Raj?
No.
Does it make sense?
I'm seeing it. Yes, it does make sense, and I'm seeing this for the first time. It's pretty good.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is we've done this, we've sent it all out. Now I'm just going to open up my Cut-Right. Some people have it, some people don't. Whatever. I go over here to my import parts. There's my Roger 23 that I brought it in. So I've got this set up right now to just do nesting. But what's really cool about WoodCAD CAM is I can come in here and say I don't want to process my liner. Kind of silly to do that. Got all the rest of my material here. I can choose where I want the parts to go. So say my stretcher, and I can have this field automatically set up right out of WoodCAD CAM, so you don't have to worry about typing in right now, but just by the virtue of the presentation, I want to show you how efficient this is. So if you're going out and say the router goes down and you get a beam saw and a flat table router and a point-to-point and an ABD, and one of those machines go down right on the fly, you can flip from one machine to the other, or you can send stuff to both. Save changes, yes. Okay, away it goes. That's getting ready to process. So now I've got output to my router and output to my saw. Let's just run this and see what we got. See how quick it optimizes everything. Mind you, there's only a couple of pieces, but it's still pretty darn quick. So now I've got my router I can look at my pattern preview, and there's all my pattern preview. Now look at this right here. It says the size is 28 by 97. What this did, this pulled out this piece out of my scrap management, and next time I use this material, it pulled it up, and here's a piece of scrap from a previous job. Could have been my last job, it could have been a job 2 jobs ago, we never know, but it automatically realized that I had that scrap. See this piece over here? This grayed out, it's tagged and serialized now. It'll go back into a bin for my scrap management, so next time I need to pull a material, if this fits within the parameters, it's going to work. Also my saw, so now I have, here's a big piece for my scrap for next time, which is kind of cool. I can shift gears, I can send quite easily some parts to the saw or some parts to the router, and it makes it really nice and smooth. I'm just going to take this right now. I'm going to take this right now, and I'm just going to send my MPR out. Away that's gone. Let's see what we got now. Let me minimize this and keep minimizing here. Let me find my little icon. Right MPR. And my Roger 23, and there's my nests. Once again, in the wood wop you all know and love, and there's all our nests all ready to go. And where you see these lines coming across, this is our hold down nest, our nesting. So when the router head comes down, it doesn't come back up. So you don't have to worry about doing a border route, coming back down, coming around, doing another border route. It stays down, it bridges it right through here. You can see it comes right through here, and it keeps that router head definitely holding your cycle time, keeping your cycle time way, way efficient, and your tool life, because it's not coming down making a new penetration every time. So all in all, that's how WoodCAD CAM handles just simple casework. Now let's go ahead and let's just start doing something a little bit different. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do a new article designer. Now this brings us in a whole new interface. Basically it's a volume, and we're filling up this volume. We're going to fill up this volume with a cabinet. See all the little gray areas over here? I can double click, I can put a top on it, a right side, and a left side. Maybe I don't want stretchers, so I can go ahead here and I can just pick a different type of top. So that's what we've done so far. I'm going to hit this little green check. Save changes. I'm going to say no, because if I said yes, it's already going to make a parametric cabinet that goes right into my library. No spreadsheets, no fancy formulas. Save changes. I'm just going to say no because I really don't want to. And let's see what we got so far. All right, so over here, I got dowels on one side. I've got cams over here. And I've got line boring. Pretty simple, basic stuff. 3 parts, no big deal. Let's peel back the onion a little bit more. I'm just right-clicking, modify an article. I don't have to go through 3 or 4 different prompt pages to do any modification. So first thing address, I don't like the line boring. So I can click right here, and this little button right here, it says line boring, and I just want to suppress it because I don't want to see it anymore. I'm going to go look at my top shelf, and we noticed that on one side it was dowels, and the other side it was cams. So this is the first time I'm exposing you to these 3 little dots right here. This is our portal into our SQL database. Nice, easy to use functionality. It didn't take me to toe kicks, didn't take me to sides, didn't take me to drawers. It only took me to top shelves. These are all the different types of top shelves that are loaded already out of the box for you to use. So I'm using this one here. That's the name I have for it. You can just put underscore and your name on it and make it your own. And if I look down here, it says I got one side dowel, one side cam. So right at my fingertips, I can change. If I want it all dowels, it's going to go to the first one. Now it's dowels on each side. Or let me look at my cams. Look at all the different type of fasteners that I can have that I can apply to put this cabinet together. Say there's something here that I really don't like, or not that I like, that I don't need. I hit my 3 little dots one more time, takes me to the next level of the database which is only fasteners, or what we call connection situations. Right here, we have so many different types of connectors: cams, biscuits, back panels, angle connections, adjustable shelf clips, whatever you want. This goes on and on and on. So what you're getting now is a software is just loaded for bear, so you can start using it and you don't have to spend days and hours and weeks setting stuff up. You might get new hardware in and you might want to take changes, but during the training process, we make it very easy and convenient to show you how we go in and out of the database. Simple enough. Wherever you see the three little dots next to something, it's going to take you to that next level so you can make more choices. How many of you people around here do groove construction? Do you ever do groove construction or dado construction, Roger?
No, no. I just sell software.
You do. All right, good. So, but say you did, or someone wanted software with groove construction. Now, rather than having to go into your tool files, set offsets, go into your global standards, go into your construction wizard, and change, click, 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 click through all these multiple menus to get to one little change of how you want to change some type of construction, well, we prefer just to hit these three little dots. Look at all the different type of groove construction we have for you right out of the box. You just take it, you make it your own name, how you want it, and it's here. All your gaps, your X gap, your Y gap right here, you put in whatever gaps and changes that you want, which is your male and female part, how they fit together. Rebate, if you want to change it, make it your own. Underscore Bob, save it, boom. You're now immortalized and you've made your changes, and all this stuff is out of there. Once again, we make it really easy to get in and out of your database, to make it your own and make these changes. So I've got this simple little cabinet that I've got here now. And what I want to do is, let me add some shelves to it. So what's pretty cool about this, I'm just going to go ahead and make a fixed shelf. All right, now, do you work in imperial or metric?
Imperial.
Do you ever need to use metric?
Yeah, those guys. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, sometimes the architects submit it in metric occasionally, so we have to use that too.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever get like a European appliance or fixture that might be in metric, but all the rest of your stuff's in imperial?
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Okay, so we really don't care. If you want to go in metric, if you want to go imperial, if you want to mix them, doesn't matter. So for example, say I want to go 6 inches. Colon is our separator for our linear division. Then I want to go 300 millimeters. Then colon 1. Now, look. So what it's going to do, it's going to keep this at 6 inches, this at 300 millimeters. This is going to be whatever the hell's left over. Doesn't really matter. But what's important is, like, where is your measurement to? Look at this little yellow box down here. Watch it move. Is it to the center line? Is it to the top? Is it to the bottom? Where is it? Now you know exactly. It's not like you have some prompt values where you got to type in some measurement not really knowing what it's measuring to. Right now, here is your values, exactly what you want and where you need to go to. See how clean and slick and easy it is? And this is huge because when you're in Cabinet Vision, Raj, their section editor, you don't know where the dimensions to. You don't know whether it's the center line or an opening. And it changes, and it's gooey and vague. So when you're doing like custom drawer cabinets and stuff, it's just a real pain in the butt to get everything to line up perfect each time. This little feature right here down the lower left-hand corner is absolutely priceless. Another thing we can do here is if we need to change our overlaps, we can actually just, I'm going to say the top shelf, I'm going to make it short, and it automatically change my overlaps. I also could do, if I want to do a miter, so now our miter fold's already done, but I'm just going to switch it back here to short. The simple fact that you could just show that miter and that overlap changing just makes it very, very slick and easy. Changes, so look at all the changes I made. Oh, look over here. It automatically flipped my hardware around. Here's my 2 shelves. Everything's pretty cool. Everything's right here, just like I want it. I want to make some more changes, so I'm just right-clicking, modifying my article. And now let's say I want to go and put some drawers in. All I got to do is just double-click in this space, and if I go over here, see where it looks like drawers, and a little flyout says drawers, guess what? There's drawers. Once again, I'm going to use my linear division, and I'm going to go 6" colon 1 for my spacing, and it throws my drawers in. Now, if I want to make any changes to this cabinet, I can just go up here to 40 inches, and it changes. So it's holding my 6 inches, my 300 millimeters, and this is whatever's left over. Doesn't matter at all. Now, what type of drawers? Well, funny you should ask. Here are all just, this is like my little, quick little tickler file of most frequently used drawers. Or if I don't like it, guess what? We're going to hit these 3 little dots again, and let's see where it takes us. Takes us right to our drawer manager. You know, another portal into the database that is only dealing with drawers. So we all know drawers are kind of a pain in the butt. You got to hook your slides in. You got to put every little hinge hole in there. Get your spacing the right way. Figure out all your drawer box depths, your drawer front heights, and everything. Well, we've made it really, really easy for you. We've gotten so much stuff loaded out of the box. So some drawers you might make, some you might buy out. Some might be a purchase drawer, maybe a dovetail drawer. Maybe there's a drawer system, like maybe your Blue Motion, maybe the Hayfley Move-Its, whatever, drawer system, or just in-house production, where you're going to build your own drawer box. Maybe we're going to tell our box and our sit drawer heights, so it's going to do it. I'm unchecking that because I don't want a fixed door desk. What our fronts are, and if you want to go ahead and put hardware and latches or anything and add any additional accessories, boom, they're all right here. There's cams, locks, everything else you want is just right here at your fingertip notice. And if it's not here, guess what? We just hit our 3 little dots, and it takes us up into all these different type of hardwares and doors and parts and handles and hinges and slides and whatever we want, or locks. So we can just keep going on and on and on how deep we can go. Okay, you find a drawer you like, put your name on it, make it your own, modify it a little bit, and you're good to go. Now, what we do is we make sure we get plenty of drawer systems all out of the box for you, already loaded. So you can see, so not having to put in, this keeps going on and on, how many drawers, slides, and systems we already have here for you. So you're not spending days, weeks, and months putting all this information in. Where this is really important, Roger, and I'm just going to keep going so you get the idea how many different possible types of drawers we already have. You don't have to go to a spreadsheet, point it to 20 different files of graphic images. You don't have to put in each little screw hole. And right here, doing this is just sticking a dagger into the heart of a microvellum and a cabinet vision user, because they know what a mother F it is to actually have to put all that drawer hardware in. Make sense?
Yep. Yep. Yes, sir.
So save changes? No, I really still don't want to. So here's my drawers. Here's my hardware. Here's anything I want, and it's pretty cool how all this works. I'm going to go back to my Southwest view again. So sometimes you just want to stretch something. So now I can deal with, I'm going to my globe, and I can actually just deal with a whole bunch of different stuff just right on the fly. So maybe I want to pick this edge right here, and I want to put some edge tape on it. So boom, I can just put some cherry edge tape on it. There you go, because it's an exposed edge.
Does it reduce the size of the pan?
Sure does. Say I want to go over to this edge, and you know what? Maybe I want this to stick out a little bit. So you know what? I pick my edge, and hell, I just want to move it, right? 6 inches, that's kind of cool. So now I move that out 6 inches. So maybe I can also go, if I want to, hey, I can put some edge tape on it. Maybe I want to put a router bit and I want to put a bullnose on it. I can put a bullnose. So now I got a nice little bullnose on that edge. Okay? In that bullnose layer, if I have a machine tool that has that bullnose on it, it'll actually route that bullnose on there for me. But maybe I want to put a shape to it. So that's actually what we call a contour. And I can actually, boom, put a contour. So now I've got a contour with a bullnose on it. Maybe another contour I might have, just a little very slight subtle contour, and wonder where all these might have come from. Guess where we go? We go right into our three little dots, and it takes us right inside our database. And here we go. All these are just different types of contours that you can take and you can bring in, and you can create your arcs, your lines, make absolute, relative, and totally parametric and totally flexible contours with just a click of desktop, and they're all done. Got a certain contour that's not associated here? No problem at all. I'm just going to go ahead. Let me just go ahead and throw this contour back in. I'll leave that one on there. So now I'm just going to go over here to this little button here. And this is one of the most important little buttons in the software that whoever developed it were just idiots because they buried it. Right over here, this is called our contour wizard. This is our portal for any little AutoCAD drawing you have, bringing it into a database and make it very intelligent and throwing it right into the platform, the SQL database. Whether it's an outside contour, an inner contour, outline geometry, doesn't matter. You just hit this next. You can either draw it from fly, if you brought all yours in the model space, you can just select it, and you can edit existing ones, and we just go on and on and on. A simple little wizard, and it just brings all the information in as quick as you want. So just those simple, subtle facts. Well, say I want to put a grommet hole here. Well, all I got to do is draw a hole. Now I'm going to deal with stuff as a part level. I can pick this part. Right over here, it says transfer an AutoCAD element, and I'm going to do a circle as a pocket. Go ahead, grab the pocket. Boom, there you go. Pretty simple. Now, what's kind of nice about this is it doesn't matter what UCS I'm on. Say I want to pick a couple more parts. I'm going to pick this part here and this part here. And I'm going to do the same thing. Transfer, and I want to do a circle as a pocket. Just click on it, boom, away it goes. So right there, you just get a bunch of whole oohs and ahs. Now that's just a free-formed pocket. Say I want to have a certain part that has a certain hole, either maybe in the center or the back corner of each time. No problem. I'm just going to modify my article. And I can go into here and I can just add machining. And I'm going to add circular pockets. And I can just pick a define point. Or if I want to keep it centered, I can use my linear division. I can put whatever my diameter and depths are going to be. And I can pick it from, where I want it to go from, what different direction, angle, whatever I want, right on the fly. So, and it can be locked in. So now I can rename that part, and it's always going to work that way. Work groups, holes, whatever. So we make it very, very simple and easy to do whatever, whatever application we want to do. We can slice and dice up this, and I want to work in here. All I got to do is just go ahead and I'm going to put a partition and say I want to go, say 15 inches from here. Okay, 1 second. 1 second, Roger. Okay, you don't want to. When are you going to be back over this way? When are you going to be here for dinner? So if I want to go ahead and just click on a partition, I can just click this into partition. Then I can just start slicing and dicing up. If I want to put a door on here, I can put a door on there. If I want to click on this, put drawers in, I can put 3 equal drawers. I didn't have to pick points. I didn't have to do anything. If I want those drawers, maybe I want these drawers inset. I can just go ahead and inset them, and you can see, boom, there we go. Save changes. Yep, this time I'm going to save this one, and I'm going to save it as, I'm going to call it a Roger 23. So now there is my Roger 23 cabinet. Pretty cool, saved in my library. So now if I go back over here, I'm just going to look down at my miscellaneous stuff that's alphabetical. There's my Roger 23. And there we go. The overhang didn't come because it was a modifier. So now over and over. Now what's really nice about this Roger 23, as I have it, this Roger 23 is already 100% parametric product. So if my width, I'm going to make this 40. There was no formulas or any fancy stuff I had to do to change it. Because Roger, as you know, trying to do this in microvellum, all the different formulas that you would have to go through to do would be kind of mind-numbing. And the simple fact that you had overlay doors and inset drawers, it's pretty powerful. You okay so far?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see on some of the effects while I'm doing it that they're just direct jabs at our competition?
Yes. Absolutely.
And I'm just trying to keep it simple and fresh, and just from using microvellum, the stuff that just would torment the crap out of me. So now, you ever have to make a cabinet? Well, you don't, because you just sell software. Just a weird shaped cabinet. So let me just draw a little polyline here. Now, if you noticed, besides drawing those circles, this is the first time or maybe the second time, I've actually done anything with AutoCAD. I've just hit a lot of dots, hit a lot of little icons, and done my work. So it's more about navigation, moving around the software, rather than worrying about being really fluent in AutoCAD. And if you have some of your staff that aren't so up to speed at AutoCAD, we'll just send you over. We got about 4 YouTube videos that you can watch to help you with AutoCAD. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to go to our article designer, and we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do a couple things here. I'm just going to take this polyline, and I'm going to copy it. I'm just going to throw it down over there for a minute. Okay, because I'm going to come back to that polyline a little bit later on. So now I'm going to do an article from a contour, and I'm also going to call this contour Roger 23. Okay, and I can apply it to a plan view, a front view, or a right side view. So you know what? Let me just go ahead and do it right now. Just to Roger 23. Okay. Guess I already had something named Roger 23. Now it brings me right inside my
So you said it was a front view.
A front view. Yep.
Okay.
I got it as a front view. So now it realized now I have all these different planes. So I can go here, I can just fill in the dots, and I can just start going ahead and making all these different little planes. Now I'm going to go back up here, and I want to do a full top. So my full top here, my other one here. That one, highlighted it. I'm going to do a full top here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a back on it, and I'm going to divide this up. I'm just going to put just some thick shelves in it, and over here I don't want any line boring. I'm going to suppress my line boring, and then I'm just going to put some fixed shelves, and I'm just going to space them out evenly. So you notice with these fixed shelves, the smaller ones up here, the bigger ones up there. Now what's amazing to me is this is already parametric. I change my height, I can change my width, and it's all already set, ready to go. I want to go ahead and save changes. I'm going to know because I really don't want it in my library. I can drop it right there. So I've got this custom shape. I've got it made. It's all pretty cool right here. Then I get a call from the site. They go, no, we got a problem. The measurements you take are off a little bit. We got to change it. No big deal. All we can do is we're just going to select the article. And all we do is go down here and we modify article contour. You know what? They said, you know what? I got to make this a little deeper. Bring this up here, and then there's a slight little bevel to the top, and that's pretty cool. Let's see how it changes. Well, move this up, change my spacing, and now look what it did. It went into my library of cams and found an angled cam that's the most appropriate hardware for what I wanted to use. Pretty cool. Now, we've got to put some holes in it. Now, we got a weird UCS there, and that circle just stuck right to there, just like we did before. We're going to select our part, and we're just going to go ahead down here, and we're going to do a circle as a pocket. And boom. That weird angle, and it's right there, which is pretty cool how you can actually make and modify stuff.
That is amazing.
Simple, isn't it?
First time I ever saw that. And I do know how hard that is. I mean, it's usually, it doesn't flex. Most their systems don't flex that way to UCS coordinates.
I know. And changing that hardware on the fly like that?
Yeah, I think you've got your database set up to do that. I don't think the normal database is.
That is the normal database.
So you're telling me I could do that?
Yes.
I thought Julie fixed you up on that.
No. Nope. Nope.
Kind of kicking my ass that I haven't been showing this.
You what?
I'm kind of kicking my ass that I never really thought about this type of presentation. It's really powerful.
You know what? Suzanne said it best the other day. We were sitting in the bathroom. I go, yep, Sean actually asked me to show him my presentation. She goes, you would have thunk after you sold 750,000 a year ago, he might have asked.
I'm not going to laugh at him because I didn't ask either. In fact, I think anybody that's in sales for WoodCat Cam in the United States, none of us asked.
I just thought I was lucky.
So we have a fraternity.
So,
I mean, you basically, if we think, is this the culmination of what you do?
No, I got one more thing. Well, two more things I do.
Okay.
Okay, but if you noticed, I make everything look 2 clicks. I
honestly haven't been paying attention to that because I've been paying closer attention to the screen and what you're saying. But so what you're saying subliminally or from the demo standpoint, you better have it optimized with minimal clicks, period.
Absolutely. You know, that's why, like, right here are my views. Right here are my circles. Everything, the eye isn't wandering. You know?
Yep.
Now, even over here, I said, I've got this. So now, and what I'm doing, I'm going from article designer to part designer to drawing views. So now what I'm going to do is part designer. So I just want to make a part. So I just go over here. I'm going to do a contour part. Okay, so my offset is 40 inches. Doesn't really matter to me. Here's a part. So what I did is I took a polyline, and now I made an intelligent part, and I can change my baseline here. For my machining, I'm going to change it to a 3. Flipped it around, and that's just little bit later downstream when I want to do it. So maybe you have like a little notched corner piece, and you got to go ahead and you know what? And you got to go ahead and like a closet shelf. So I just want to put a little drop down on here. So I can go over here and I can just do a part to an edge. Simple enough. Part to an edge. Now I can change my part size or whatever. Say I want to make my part, say 8 inches here. Doesn't matter to me. Now what I can do is I can go ahead and I can change this, and say I want to hook these two together. So now I can just take this part right here and right there, and all I'm going to do is a connection situation. And you know what? I like cams because I'm going to send this knockdown. I'll just use this one. Okay, cool, right there. Boom, that's a cam I want to use. Simple enough. So now I got a panel here, and I got some machining on it. I can see it's kind of cool. Nice. I got a panel here, and you can see all the edges, and I can see if I got machining on it. Nice. So everything I want to look at is a work group, and I'm just going to turn editing off. What I was actually looking for was my panel. Okay, so you can see each different edge that you're working on. You could change right here to, 3mm or bull nose without having to check it. There's so much you can change right on the fly, which is pretty cool. If I want to go ahead now and I want to go ahead and pick another edge, I can pick this edge over here. I can do another part to an edge. There's my other part there, all locked in. Nice. Now if I see these parts to an edge, I'm going to make this a little bit solid and see it just, that's just really not a very good joint that I have here. So now what I can do, I'll close that out. Oh, sorry about that. I want to do my part to edge right there. And you can have this part to edge so your overlaps set really nice. And then I can pick this edge right here, and then I can pick that edge right there. And I can actually go ahead my joint, and I can change my joint. And you know what? I'm going to miter those two. So now if I look at this, you can see how nice and clean and simple and easy is to make something, right on the fly and to machine it by simple. And all of this information came off of this simple little polyline. So then I got a call from the guy out in the field. He goes, listen, this is going to be tough. I'm going to have to put this thing in 2 pieces because it's just not going to work right for me. It's going to be just a little bit too big the way I got to take it. I got to break it down. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a little polyline. I might just take a polyline right through there. Okay, so now I picked that part because I decided I got to put this little piece in and squeeze it in because it's just not going to fit right. So now I've got my part right here. I'm going to cut that part in half. So splitting principles, I'm going to go with a polyline. So now I'll cut it in half. But the guy wants to be able to hook these two back together. We got to cut in half so I can slide this piece in. I can slide this piece in. I can put my front skirt on, but out in the field, we got to connect these two together again. No problem at all. So now I'm going to pick this part because it's 2 separate parts now. And once again, I'm going to find a connection situation that works for them. So I'm going to go down here. Let's just take this one here, my work surface. Okay, I'll pick this one. No problem. Now I got all these different connectors I can put in here. Now I can see something's off a little bit. That'll be okay. It's going to be hidden, but this one, that's just not where it needs to go. So now my work surface, my connector, is just a part, and I want to move it. I just hit move it. Now I see this little compass here, X, Y, and Z, my X. So I can just move my X. So I want to move it 3 inches. It shows me a preview of where I want to go. That's good. It's done. Now it's moved it. done all my machining, all my changing, and everything's all good to go. Pretty cool?
Very cool.
So, and then another thing we can do, you guys have all these.
Bill, have you
What?
have you attempted to run this in 2018? Any of it?
A couple parts. I stopped at 2018 because I wasn't getting the report that I wanted. My report that says the document manager with 2 views. And to me, that's extremely powerful. So, and the annotations really weren't working that good. So I go, those were the 2 things that I saw that were the most impressive, most important. But I use those, so and I'm comfortable with this. So I didn't want to, it just got hooked up, and I've got so much stuff that's hosed. I got to uninstall it, and I got to reinstall my QuoteWorks, and I got so much stuff I got to do that I just don't. I'm going to try to get stuff done Tuesday. So I mean, I could try it in 18 real quick.
So I was just curious because I've only got 18 on my system, and I'm.
We'll find out. So now, one thing I want you to do is look at this. So here I was working with an upholstery guy, and notice here, see this one orange line in this one little cross section? We built all his benches right out of that. And I have some of this exploded a little bit so you can look at. So now we have our object designer, which will pull off a 1 line and a cross section. That's all we needed to actually manufacture this. I put it in solid. I rotate it around so you can see the ends and how you can move stuff. And I said you can see a whole lot from something by looking on the inside and underneath. Look at all that detail that we've got there. See my extra stretchers, bowed, slices all around there. And that's the extent of my object designer demo. Too many clicks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then from here, and then from there, I just let people ask questions. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off 2012 and I'm going to flip on 2018 and answer your questions. Okay? Just going to close that. No, I want to save it. Okay, and I got to switch here. Where the hell is it? Switch. This guy, Jim Rudolph, made this stuff. I like my demo if no one else does, because it sure works for me.
Yeah, it's nice. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Okay. Okay, system in order. Okay, so first thing you got to do is you got to turn your polar on down here.
Where did you turn it on, Bill?
Right here, this little 90-degree thing.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've started setting this up for myself. I just put stuff bill on. Some changes. Okay. Let's see here. There you go. Out of the box. Yep, it's working fine. You there, Raj?
Yeah, I'm here watching.
Okay.
I'm trying to digest what you've shown me. Pretty fantastic.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
I think your wife is correct. I want you to ask her one thing for me.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What else are we doing wrong?
I'm not going there.
No, please ask her that.
So there's certain things you got to do set up from cancel. That's not what I want. I just want to check this. Okay, so
Now you're going to Part Designer?
yeah, because what it's doing, it's just bringing in baseline. It still has metric stuff in it, so
Yeah, I don't know what baseline is. What is baseline?
it's a baseline for manufacturing. So this would become the X. So it wouldn't manufacture and just contour part to edge. I haven't done this yet. Yeah, because see, my edge, my part height, it comes in with metric values. That material. And you got to do your offset.
A lot of buttons.
Well, it's setting it up for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's down there. That's an inset. But once it's set up for the first time, it always comes in as default.
Okay.
Okay. 6 and my part thickness. There we go. 19. Okay, and wherever you offset front, offset back, keep manufacturing reference. Yes. Okay, here, just get it. Once I have it done, offset. Say I want it to go to the bottom of it angle. There we go. 80. Okay. See, because you want it to go, and so my inset would be in and out 0. See, this I just haven't gone through to set everything up.
Uh-huh.
And once I have it set up, it always comes in the same. Okay, so there's my part coming through. So my inset is negative 0.75. It's just so, you know, sometimes this just is a pain in the ass setting up for the first time. Keeps moving it back. So there's a bug here with this. So I guess I can't. Oh, you know what? Let's just make that 0. Okay. That's weird. Now it's going up there and it's changing this. That's it. Okay, now it's right. Okay. So now each time I come in and I put a part on any edge, it goes to whatever my last, I go part to edge, now here. Fuck me. I don't know why it's not behaving the right way. So it just takes a little bit of time to set it up, but you will be able to do it. So if I just go to my lines here and I go, that's really weird why it's not flipping over there. And I hit my parts. Let's just see that it works. So it'll take me a couple hours and I'll have everything all set up the way it needs to go. See how my connectors work. WCC. Connection technology. Okay, just got to change my linear division. So yeah, it's the functionality is pretty much all there.
Okay. Question, Bill. Do you know? I've heard Julie or somebody say that you can on the connection. What do you call that connection?
Scan.
What it's I was told that you could select 2 parts and the system would tell you what options actually work on those 2 parts.
Okay, so if I go to here, I could pick this part here and that part there.
Yeah.
See, that's not that part and that part. And you can do what they call a connection scan.
Yeah.
And I can say, all right, I want this, and boom.
Okay, so it basically shows you the options that work.
Yes.
And it doesn't show you options that won't work.
Well, let's try it again, because connection scan, it shows me all these different types of options here. Okay, so let's use this, Kiku. Okay. And it put it over there. I like picking 2 parts and not making that automated because I don't have control of it. Because now it's telling me to do something over here.
I like the sales statement of that you're getting into artificial intelligence when it thinks through what will work and what won't work. It's a major breakout of cognitive thinking versus it's cognitive thinking, and I think it's an argument worth saying, but it doesn't look to me like it's doing what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not going there yet. I don't think it's. See, Sean is a big fan of connection scan. I like using connection situation because I have total control of what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, because of I haven't proofed the data, and you know what I'm doing is working. So I just keep it. And I'm in 2018. I haven't spent enough time on it yet.
Yeah. Okay, but it looks like it's behaving pretty much the same.
Yeah. Very well. Yeah, the buttons are the same. So listen, I'm about 40 minutes over. It's 11:40 my time here. So I do have a lot of stuff I got to get done today for the house. So I hope this was helpful.
It was very helpful, and I appreciate it.
And it was simple, wasn't it?
I'm